How's it going, everybody? It is November 29th. We're just a day, or I guess 2 days away from December. Let's look at some numbers. I'm curious how you guys are doing. I haven't put out a video in a couple of days. I've actually been staying super busy with a couple of other projects, including I'm working with Walmart right now. I'm talking to NASA when it comes to their uh, the permission to sell their designs. Just for you guys that are watching this, it's available to anybody I think who has a registered business. So if you're incorporated, feel free to email them and just do some research, and trust me, it'll be worth your while. But let's talk about merch. Let's talk about some of the other sales. I'm curious how you guys are doing. Uh, I'll talk about merch in a second, but here's the activity for some of my other stores. So this is my uh, Amazon fulfillment by merchant, which would be me. These are my eBay sales, and all of this is through Printful. I know some other people use different websites, and they say that Printful might be a little too expensive, but I've been working with them for so long. Everything that I do through all these stores, including my Shopify store, Etsy, everything is linked through them. I mean, even Merch Titans automation that I use, uh, I push products to my stores through um, Printful, and it's so easy and convenient. And like I said, I've worked with them for a number of years. Customer service to me is amazing. Pricing is perfectly fine. I'm still making a great profit. So this is the activity when it comes to my, like I said, just these two other stores, uh, in addition to merch. Now the reason I showed you that is because merch is still going well, but it's not doing its thing that I expected for the end of November, which is completely fine because I've talked about this before. I've done videos about expectation versus reality, and for me it's fine because I anticipate this kind of stuff. You guys know my approach. It's a long-term approach. It's also an approach, with making money not just through one platform. This can make me, as much money as merch probably in a week. But again, we have to understand the power of merch, right? That's why we all love it so much. So it's just part of a bigger picture for me. And the reason I'm saying all this is always for newer people. I always want you to know, no matter how much you fall in love with a platform, and trust me, like merch is my platform. Like if this was a woman, this would be my girl, right? But again, there are advantages to seeing other people at times, and these are advantages. Most of these profits here are over $7, and I'm talking US dollars, right? That's not the case with merch, but that's okay. But merch is still the girl, right? She's still my girl. Let's talk about these numbers. Right now, I'm sitting at 150 for this month in the US. So $2,836.36 in total sales, $470 in royalties. I'm always hovering around 313. I'm thinking about a new designs because a few designs that I've introduced recently, and again, keep in mind, like when I introduce a design, I'm scaling it to like 1,000 designs, right? Because all of mine have to the way that I have everything planned and structured with creating designs and actually uploading them through or using Merch Titans automation. They have to be scalable designs. If they were one-offs, which I do once in a while, it just takes so much more time. So, anyways, I'm kind of in that groove where the last couple of designs that I've introduced have actually worked and are selling from time to time. So now I have ideas and spin offs of those designs. So, but I think I might do a little something different with my pricing strategy. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do. I might just leave it the same when it comes to a higher price point, but I'm definitely not going low anymore. I'm absolutely never uh, putting products out, like for example, standard t-shirt for 15.99. That's not going to happen anymore. So anyways, in the last couple of days, there's been, as you can see here, a bit of an increase in the US, but nothing crazy. I mean, I'm surprised at these kinds of things, but what can you do? Overall sales, though, I'm sitting at 275. As you can see here, US is in the lead, but Germany, and everything. I think I've said this in the last video. I had the number one seller in Germany, and it was related to the World Cup. It was kind of like, bashing of the World Cup, but none like there was never any. I really, when I record these videos, I really want to make a point and put emphasis on, especially to newer people, that I'm the person on YouTube that will never risk it. I will never use anything trademark, right? So anything like, for example, if I'm talking about a design that's related to the World Cup, it's not in any way related. It's just that, people who would actually be looking for things online uh, would find it, even though it will never say FIFA, it will never say World Cup, it will never say Qatar, like things like that, right? So as soon as the World Cup started, I don't think I've sold a single shirt that they used to sell every single day, multiple times a day, up until the beginning of the World Cup. So I said for sure FIFA and Amazon are talking, or Amazon just being very careful. Uh, so that's Germany, and then a few other double digits here with Italy, Japan, and the UK. So the money adds up, and that's what I'm talking about. Like I have $600 just between Germany and the US. Here's another 77, right? So this kind of stuff adds up in addition to everything that I said, on this screen, in addition to a couple other sources of income. I am extremely happy with print on demand, and I know that this isn't exploding like people would anticipate in Q4, but I think that's why videos like this are extremely important, because if we're not dealing with reality, we're going to fail. We always have to be real. We can't live in the dream world and just tell ourselves, hey, Q4 is coming, don't worry, we're going to make most of our money for the year during Q4. That's not the case. It could be the case if you are super um, proactive, and you're researching and spending money on ads way in advance, September, October, right? The way I did it this year, there was no reason to anticipate anything different for Q4, except the increase of spending, and people just buying things. I think it's gonna kick in December. To be honest, like I think we're gonna see an even more of an increase, because what I've seen over the last couple of days is a bit of a bump overall sales. So I am expecting it even more, especially over the next 2 weeks. But again, I don't think that at least for me personally, anything is going to explode. I think that would be very nice, but I'm not anticipating it. And like just in general, I am happy. Now, at the beginning of the video, I mentioned that I have been working on a number of other things, which means that this I haven't been maximizing it, and this is probably the first. It hasn't been a month, but let's call it a month in years where I wasn't on top of this on a daily basis. And I'm finally have some time back now, because I was sorting out some paperwork, especially for Walmart, and and I think I'm gonna be back. I have some more time to actually get back to my normal schedule, which is kind of nice. So, anyways, today, for sales so far, it's the first thing in the morning. So, again, I'm super happy with everything. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know. Let me know. I'm always curious. Um, and that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys. I'll talk to you soon.